This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening all and welcome to your first look at sports. I'm Charles Fisher here at the Miami Heat training camp. Before we get to the training camp, last night the Providence Softball Association's championship action was rained out. We had a chance to speak with President Gully Burnside.
As you notice, the field is wet and I don't want to take a chance. We're trying to clean the field up, and I expect a few more showers during the late evening and nighttime hours. And so we have canceled the game, not tomorrow night, but on Thursday night. And Thursday is our big night.
Now come Thursday night, the association will honor some of its outstanding coaches and managers.
We look at Sammy Hasty and Spurgeon Johnson. They're both managing coaches, former executives in the Providence Softball Association who costed 3 days to 3 or 4 championships. We're talking about Perry Seymour. You know, he's about a 7-time, 8-time champion in the Providence and national champions with the Truckers. We're talking about Martin Park Aubrey, who's done an outstanding job with the youth development in the league. Anthony Bullitt, who's been a part of the Wildcats for a number of years. And we also talking about Stephen Bishop Beneby, who has done a whole lot for softball as an executive, also as a manager coach of the Sharks and previously other teams in the league, and also youth development as far as the ladies are concerned.
Director of Sports in the Ministry of Tourism, Greg Roll, held the 400-meter hurdles national record for the past 30 years. But he was happy to see that record fall this year by Jeffrey Gibson.
One of the things I was trying to do a long period of time was, put $500 of my own personal money to anyone who would break the record, because 400-meter hurdles, you have to be have a good endurance, but also you have to have a technician. And then once you could put those two combinations together, you could do it. I congratulate Jeff.
Once again, we're coming to you from the Imperial Ballroom of the Atlantis Resort, where the Miami Heat Day 2 session of the preseason camp. And once again, the players, they were all excited to be here, and they talked about it.
I love it. I love it. Obviously, we're here at work, but when we do have a little time, we try to enjoy the sights and the different things like that. But work first.
Just like any other camp, it starts with the basics. Starts with putting in our system, refreshing our memory, and then just getting after it and competing. And we've been doing it.
Once you get into it, guys are competitors, so it intensifies. But it's a lot of bumps and bruises right now. Guys working getting back in shape. So.
It's nice. The Bahamas know that they're treating us right. We appreciate that. They're great hosts. We appreciate all the facilities that are open to us. We're taking full advantage of it.
Here on ZNS Total Sports, Dwayne Wade, there's a special shout out to all your Bahamian fans right there.
Yes, what's up? This is Dwayne Wade of Miami Heat. Just want to say thank you. And thanks for all the support for all our Bahamian fans. We appreciate you guys, and let's go Heat.
Thanks a lot. And take a look at the first championship ring. If this one has all this bling, imagine what number 2 and number 3 will look like. NBA TV also went town to film the week festivities, and we had a chance to speak with his producer, David Grofield.
So far, it's been very nice. The accommodations here have been wonderful. The weather's been great. It's really a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to work and also have fun at the same time. We have been able to get out and see, the property here at Atlantis. So far, it's been a pleasurable experience.
What are some of the things you guys are here to do in terms of following the Miami Heat to get the exposure and get it back on television in the United States market?
Well, we're part of the NBA proper. We're a division of the NBA. So this is the league covering. So we're here to cover the Miami Heat going for a historic three-peat. This is a historic training camp for them, obviously the 2-time defending champions. So we're here to document that and to bring that back to our partners, NBA TV, NBA.com, potential shows down the road for NBA programming.
Welcome back. We're now joined by veteran journalist Gina Rogers-Seeley, a former broadcaster at ZNS, and Gina was responsible for the piece last night on the legend Michael Thompson. And Gina, what went into making such a piece? First of all, congratulations on it.
Thank you, Fisher. It was a lot of work. a lot of research, and of course, I couldn't have done it without the support of the Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Obie Wilchcombe, who was 300% behind this project. To get NBA footage is not an easy thing. There were a lot of hoops that had to be jumped over, and we had to spend money on the footage, of course. And I have to say, not only the minister, but the Ministry of Tourism has been behind the project 100%.
A very in-depth piece. It must have cost you a lot of time.
Yes, we started research back in November, I'd say, and by February we started interviews on the project, and people were spread far and wide around the United States, so it involved a bit of traveling, and but we got it done. And there were some very interesting stories.
Probably that's the point. You probably learned a lot of things that you didn't know.
Absolutely. We ended up with more than 7 hours of footage and interviews. And to bring it down to 1 hour was quite a task. I keep saying we have at least another documentary hidden in what's left of the interviews, you know. Some really great stuff is on the editing floor, so to speak.
Gully Burnside, he's ready for the championship. You know the series are 2-0 in favor of the Honest Sporting Lounge Hitmen and the Sigma Brackets, but Gully say, don't count the Proper Care Pool Lady Sharks and the Buccaneers out not just yet.
We have young, talented, skilled young men and women playing the game of softball. And if you watch what we're going at the softball, we have the changing of the guard. We have a Deval Stewart, you have an Alcott Forbes, you have a Asante Davil. These are young, outstanding pitchers that will take this country forward in years to come.
Are you a little bit disappointed so far in the series? Lopsided. Sharks might go down, Buccaneers might go down with this week?
Yes, that's the only disappointment right now. I thought it would be in a better game between the Buccaneers and the Hitmen. And don't take it for granted now. I believe the Buccaneers got to come back and win a couple of games. I think this is going to be a 6 or 7 game series. With the Brackets playing so well. It's hard to determine, but then, you know, Bishop always will pull some trick out of his hat. I don't know what's going to happen in Game 4, and Game 3 and Game 4. So the Brackets are real tough. They got the pitching, they got good defense, and they're really hitting the ball. So it's going to be hard for the Sharks to beat them, but hopefully that'll go 5 or 6 games.
And that's going to do it for day number 2 of the Miami Heat training camp here from the Atlantis Resorts. Before we leave, we'd like to say a special thank you to Nikki Simmons from the Ministry of Tourism and Quentin Boons-Brennan from the Atlantis Resort for all their help over the last few days. Thanks for watching.
This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.